seventh generation of consoles was a golden age for racing games. You had gaming titans like Microsoft, Sony, Electronic Arts, and Rockstar releasing critically acclaimed game after critically acclaimed game. Many people born in the 2000s, like me, look fondly back on this era with nostalgia. But were these games really as good as we remember? My name is Heiko, and today I want to look at Forza Horizon 1, a game that branched out from its franchise's normal format for a more open design. So before I talk about Horizon, I want to start with Forza Motorsport and why this spin-off happened in the first place. In 2001, Microsoft established Turn 10 Studios to work on a new racing game franchise that would compete with Sony's Gran Turismo series. But it wouldn't be until May of 2005 that Forza Motorsport 1 would release to the public, which now sits at a 92 on Metacritic. After 3 more entries under the Motorsport title, it was revealed at E3 2012 that British developer Playground Games would be given the keys to the franchise to develop a new open world spin-off known as Forza Horizon. Initial reception was mixed, but when people got their hands on the game, the positive reviews came pouring in, currently sitting at an 85 on Metacritic. To this day, many people consider Horizon 1 to be the best game in not only the Horizon series, but the entire Forza franchise. But is that really true? Well, let's take a look at it. First, the bad. What did Horizon 1 get wrong? Well, the big one is the glaring omission of tuning. In an effort to make the game more approachable, Playground had the 3000 IQ idea of removing tuning. This, obviously, was a dumb idea considering it was immediately added back upon the release of Forza Horizon 2. Another glaring issue is the game's constant orange filter, or as I like to call it, the piss filter. A lot of games from the 7th generation had odd filters like this, including but not limited to Gears of War's depression filter or Battlefield 3's infamous blue filter. But honestly, I don't mind the piss filter. And to be honest, those were the only main issues I could find. I mean, yeah, the AI can be finicky at times and some cars handle like absolute dog shit, but other than that, it's only minor things here and there. Now, looking on the flip side, the amount of praise I could give this game is shocking. The game looks great, the car selection is perfect, the characters are likable, the music is incredible, the festival site is one of the best in the series, and Colorado is an amazing setting. Now, instead of riffing on each and every one of those points and more, I want to narrow it down to just the key things that make this game incredible: atmosphere and variety. First, let's take a look at atmosphere. When Horizon 1 was revealed, people were hyped up for the music festival vibe that the game was going for, and Playground Games absolutely delivered on that goal. As stated earlier, Horizon 1 is set in the beautiful state of Colorado, and everything from the festival site to the AI racing past you on the road makes you really feel like you're at this massive gathering of motorsport and music. Speaking of music, the soundtrack in this game is amazing and perfectly captures the vibe Playground was going for. In-game, you have 3 radio stations to choose from: Horizon Pulse, Horizon Bass Arena, and Horizon Rocks. And I'd love to play you some of the music from the soundtracks, but I don't want my channel to get DMCA'd out of existence. Moving on to Horizon's map, even though the lack of true off-roading makes the roads feel a bit cramped, I would rate Colorado as one of the best maps in the Forza Horizon series. Every little nook and cranny of this map is packed full of life, from Red Rock to the Rockies. With every corner of the map jam-packed with landmarks and races, you'll be given a reason to travel all over, and unlike newer Horizon titles, driving around the map doesn't feel like a chore. And that's on top of the fact that the game lacks a non-restrictive fast travel system. Mixing the beautiful map, incredible car selection, and as the cool kids would say it, bussin' tunes, Forza Horizon 1 managed to capture one of the best atmospheres of gaming. Now, how about that other key point I mentioned earlier? Let's talk about variety and why it's so important in a racing game. Something that Horizon 1 pulled off without it seeming tedious is forcing you to use a different car for each race. As you work your way up through the wristbands, you'll generally be racing faster cars, but you won't be racing the same car in every event. But something else that Horizon 1 managed to do even better than the new Horizons is nail down the importance of money. Unlike Horizon 4, you're not some rich boss of the festival, you're just a local in his VW Corrado who wants to enter into the festival and maybe have a shot at being the champion. You don't start out with hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you can't can't just go and buy a supercar right off the bat. You have to work your way up through the ranks, going from small hatchbacks to old muscle cars to modern sports cars, and all of these cars are fun to drive. All of this adds up to one term that makes every early 2000s racing game way better than what's on the market today. Progression. The reason we don't have progression in a lot of modern AAA racing games is because these developers know their target demographic. They know that the 3-year-olds that play their games don't want to be bothered with starting out in a small hatchback and working their way up to a supercar. They just want to jump straight into a Lamborghini. And that's what makes Horizon 1 so much fun, because back in 2012, their target demographic had an attention span higher than a damn goldfish. And on a side note here, it seems like this won't even be changing with the recently announced Horizon 5, considering these are the starting cars. Yeah, listen, I could bitch on and on for hours about how racing games aren't as good as they used to be, and now I'm really starting to sound like an old man, but you get my point. Progression, variety, and atmosphere is what makes an amazing, not just racing game, but amazing game in general. And Forza Horizon 1 has all of those. Oh shit, I forgot to talk about the story. Yep, turns out this game actually has a story, and it's not half bad. Now, I could give you a short synopsis of the story, but it basically just boils down to, you are insert generic white man with insert generic female sidekick. You have to work your way up through the ranks to take out insert generic cocky dickhead antagonist. The end. Now, as much as I love to shit on corny early 2000s racing games, God, Most Wanted was a shit show. Everyone! Forza Horizon 1 at least had a decent story, which can't be said for Horizon 4, but I think I've shat on specifically that game enough today. Forza Horizon 1 is an incredible game. From its story, to the music, to the cars, and atmosphere, Horizon 1 really is as good as we remember. And Doc is the best character! Hey, I know this video took a while to come out. I've been taking a bit of a break to focus on school and stuff, but I've got 2 videos in the works right now, so they should be out around late September and hopefully Halloween. No promises though, because it seems that every single time I promise a video, it never gets made. So, yeah, I don't know. 2 videos, 1 video, they'll come out eventually. Who knows?